Hey everyone, welcome to the channel if you're new here, or welcome back. And I don't really have much to say, just we gotta continue on with the main missions. I kind of want to just get through this game. Kind of been playing it for a long time. It's probably the longest game I've played so far. And we'll just see how things go. And with that being said, let's get into it. So last thing I remember, we checked out the room, and then we got to speak to Father again. So let's go talk to him, and see what happens. Make a left. Oh, let's go. Didn't take me that long to get here this time.
Hello, Mother. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
I try and talk it out, see if things can be resolved peacefully.
An admirable goal. And yet we find ourselves in a situation where something more significant must be done. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
What happened? What have they done?
They are in possession of technology that does not belong to them. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
No. Okay.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill
Oh
monument.
gosh.
But it's important that we act on this soon,
Oh, no.
before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
Jeez. How do I respond
Is
to
it
this?
just me, or will I have backup?
A Corsa will be waiting for you outside Bunker Hill. You'll have support should you need it. But we want to keep this small.
Inform the Railroad and oh, I'm 100% gonna inform them. Like, here's the thing. I know he's my kid and all, but homie, I can't really trust you. We have a problem. We have a
Establishing
problem.
Mercer Safe House is a sign we're on the road to recovery.
Okay, we have a
Thank you
problem.
for that.
Stop talking. We have
Can
a
I
problem.
talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows
Oh crap, sorry.
about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice is just too great.
How much damage would it cause if we let them hit us?
We're running out of places to hide our synths. That's why we put so many eggs in one crowded basket to begin with. So what would we lose? 4 synths, Stockton, some of our best agents, and the inevitable civilian casualties? No, not this time.
So
We've
what do
never
we
known
do?
when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
Oh gosh.
Won't the Institute be suspicious if I'm the only one left?
You're a lot tougher than anyone else in their outfit.
True.
If only one person could survive, it would be you. And any story you come up with won't be contradicted. We can't attack too early. We need to draw them into the kill zone and then spring the trap. You'll know when. You'll probably have a Courser escort. You'll
Yeah.
have to take him down. You've done it before, but
Yeah.
it'll still be dangerous.
All right.
Like you said, I've done it before.
It's a risk, but it's one we have to take. So get it done.
Got it. So I have an option to tell the Brotherhood, which I can do, but the only issue is they want to take out the synths, right? They want to destroy all the synths. So if I tell them that, I don't know. Let me think about this. Update. I made my decision. I'm gonna tell the Brotherhood. even though it might cause some ruckus, um, I think it might be beneficial. To be honest, I haven't told them anything yet, you know? Because it's hard, because I don't know who to trust. And over time, I'm kind of like they have something here, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like they have more of a plan than the other groups, but we'll see.
Our latest intelligence tells us you've infiltrated the Institute and liberated a valuable holotape from their facility. I'm quite disappointed you chose to build the signal interceptor without the Brotherhood, Knight. However, you've secured passage to and from their facility, which was one of our primary goals. So, I'm willing to overlook your lapse in judgment, since you've unexpectedly accelerated our plans. I now have 2 missions for you to complete. First and foremost, I want you to bring that holotape to Proctor Ingram right away. There could be data vital to the success of our mission on that tape, so we can't afford to take any chances. The second part of your mission requires a bit of background to explain. About 10 years ago, the Brotherhood began recruiting civilian scientists from the capital wasteland to assist with various projects. During this process, we were able to obtain the services of Dr. Madison Lee, a noted mind in the field of nuclear engineering.
How did the Brotherhood meet Dr. Lee?
She was part of a civilian project in the capital wasteland that the Brotherhood appropriated. It wasn't difficult to convince her to stay. That said, Dr. Lee's contributions to our cause were instrumental in maintaining order in the capital wasteland. After some time, she developed differences with the Brotherhood and exiled herself to the Commonwealth. We're fairly certain that her intent was to make contact with the Institute.
What sort of differences?
Although she was working with the Brotherhood of Steel, she never formally joined as a scribe. After the capital wasteland was secured, she objected to the Brotherhood's continued military presence there. I think she assumed we would just walk away from it all. She was wrong. Your mission is simple. Once you're inside the Institute, we want you to track down Dr. Lee's whereabouts. If you find out that she's still alive, make contact with her and convince her to return to the Brotherhood of Steel. There's a special project we're working on, and it needs her attention.
What's this project that needs her attention?
Dr. Lee previously worked on a potent weapon for the Brotherhood of Steel. We'd like her to continue where she left off. That's all I can tell you. Just keep your mind on the mission, and don't let anything they say sway you from your duty. Good luck, Knight.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to do that later, but we have another situation.
I have
on
something
hands.
urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
I received the information from the Institute itself.
And you've done the right thing by reporting this to me directly. Well done, soldier. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity to state our intentions to the Institute. I'm placing you in command of this mission. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill, and whomever the Institute sends to retrieve them. I'll instruct Kells to assign you the appropriate backup. Dismissed, soldier.
Delta sequence initiated. Completion
Oh
time
man,
15
this is
minutes.
getting complicated, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I honestly haven't made a full decision on what side I should go with.
Proctor, I came across a holotape with a full scan of the Institute's network.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I built too, but that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
Hopefully, it'll reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxson gave you all of the details. Good luck, Knight.
Alright, sweet. Got that done. You know, at this moment, I'm kind of like, just screw all the sense. Like, bro, it makes things so much more complicated. Because, like, okay, if this was real life, I would not help the synths. I'm sorry, but I would not help the synths at all. So, I'm kind of like, forget the synth. I mean, yeah, forget the synths. Alright, let's start this, battle, shall we? I honestly probably repeated myself so many times by now, but... One, I just want to finish this game. And two, I'm kind of just like, forget the synths.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved
Everyone's coming.
and are expected to run for cover.
I hear the
The
Brotherhood.
situation appears to have escalated.
Oh.
A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear? The mission's parameters just changed. Going shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
I just started a war.
Check it out.
I'm just letting everyone fight each other, to be honest. Hit that. I could really just... There we go. Alright, let's go. What the heck? It's probably such a bad idea telling both. Nice, he died. Excuse me. Move. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
You've given us another chance to
Hi.
get somewhere safe. We won't forget it.
Oh gosh. Forget it. Forget the synths. I don't care about the synths no more. I've been playing this game for so long. We're in this mess because of you guys. Well, that was a big ol' mess. I low-key, like, kind of betrayed everyone besides the Brotherhood, but... You know. It is what it is. Thought I killed these fools already, what the heck?
Let's go close!
I thought I dealt with these fools.
Son?
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he? Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so,
So he
but manage
released
to
me.
find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts.
Yo,
Would the
that's
Commonwealth
messed.
corrupt
That's
you?
messed up. Come on now.
As it has everything else. Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated we'd taken them by surprise. Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back
Well.
in.
Are they both in here? Snap is
Good,
always...
we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is she doing here?
I will address that issue.
Excuse me?
But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true.
You mean
Have
me?
you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir.
Yes, Dr. Ao. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I am not overly fond of putting my own mother in harm's way, she has proven more than capable of handling herself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What? Can't be serious.
Everyone, please. I am sorry.
Dang.
This is not how I wanted to tell you,
That's crazy.
but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my mother as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? She isn't one of us. She isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my mother has already proven herself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
Jeez,
The Institute
man.
is my life. I hope it'll be yours too.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once. I'm sorry, Mother.
I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
What would it mean to be in charge?
Most divisions of the Institute are fairly autonomous, perfectly capable of functioning without intervention. Where those divisions interact, however, problems can arise. You'd lead the Directorate in setting policy, resolving disputes, and the like. There's no question that some of the Directorate, and the Institute at large, will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
Dang, bro. That's crazy. Man, bro, that's insane. Well, you guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a mess. The fact when I told the Railroad, and then I told the Brotherhood, and then everyone was just fighting each other, and the Railroad and the Brotherhood should be at least teaming up in that aspect, but they weren't. So it just shows that it's just gonna be a never-ending war, and the Brotherhood have more of an upper hand than anyone else. So I should honestly stick with the Brotherhood. You know, I didn't really want to kill the synths and stuff at first, but I'm kind of just like, forget it. Like, the Railroad doesn't really have a plan, to be honest. And this all mess is all starting with synths. So if I just get rid of all the synths, we should be good. I feel bad for the synth friends I made, but you know, I'm just kind of done. So that's where I'm at. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and before I go, please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and if you guys don't know, I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and hope to see you guys in the next video.